Welcome to Buffoon of the Week, where we keep tabs on the week's news and current events and search for people who said or did something so colossally idiotic that we feel duty-bound to bring it to you to show you that such monumental stupidity still exists in the world. So what we've done here is created a process where we nominate a couple of really absurd examples and let you choose your favorite in our poll by clicking on the eye in the top right corner of the video or by leaving a comment in support of your favorite fool. Last week, in our largest poll to date, you chose fake news fraudster Chris Cuomo for Buffoon of the Week for staging his emergence from self-quarantine that we all knew he broke a week prior because he admitted it on his own national radio show. Hey, congratulations, Chris. You finally beat your brother at something. Being dumb. Before we open this week's show, just want to say thank you again to everyone who watched last week's video, who gave it a thumbs up, or who subscribed to the channel. We are growing a community every week here. So much so that I think it's time we created a name for ourselves. Anybody have any ideas out there? Why don't you leave a comment if you do, and if we use it, we'll give you a shout out in a future video. As always, we weren't lacking for potential nominees this week, so let's take a look at this week's dishonorable mentions. Bill de Blasio was back at it again this week, but this time the former Buffoon of the Week got into some hot water over tweets singling out the city's Jewish community for breaking city policies with social distancing, while in another tweet catering to the city's Muslim community, stating that the city was providing halal meals at no charge. He later gave a non-apology apology for his perceived unequal treatment, proving once again that wokeness is just another justification for favoritism. Speaking of past Buffoons of the Week, Alyssa Milano continued to defend our first ever winner, Joe Biden, amid allegations of sexual misconduct, and was joined in that support last week by Senator Kirsten Gillibrand and Georgia's Stacey Abrams, both of whom were very vocal advocates of the Me Too movement. I guess these ladies have proven what many have been saying all along. Believe all women is apparently the rule only when the offender is a Republican. And finally, on the lighter side, Good Morning America reporter Will Reeve decided not to wear pants when appearing on live TV. The problem is, we all saw it and laughed a lot. But all paled in comparison to this week's nominees. In honor of May the 4th, all we can say about these two nominees is that the stupid is very strong with them. We're talking about Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear and our first ever corporate nominee, Disney. Let's show you why. Listen, we know it can't be easy to be a political leader in these uncertain times. But when it comes to our first nominee, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, we find his lack of awareness disturbing. Yep, Star Wars puns. Get ready for more of them. Anyway, back to Beshear. According to the governor, a few bad apples who think they're funny were responsible for slowing down Kentucky's unemployment processing, making thousands of other people wait for their unemployment benefits. Beshear specifically pointed to a claim made in the name of Tupac Shakur as proof of these shenanigans. Except Tupac Shakur really made the claim. No, not the deceased rapper. Although, well, there are those rumors, and I mean, is he really dead? The claim was made by Tupac Malik Shakur of Lexington, Kentucky, who was unemployed when the restaurant he worked for had to close. Whoopsies. Guess that name is more common than Beshear thought. And needless to say, Shakur was embarrassed and shocked to hear his governor not only put his business out on the street, but to call him a troublemaking fraud. After he wiped the egg off his face, Beshear apologized to Shakur and committed to getting the unemployed cook the money he needs. So, at least there's a happy ending. The only casualty here was Beshear's street cred. Like what you've seen so far? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Leave us a comment as well because we read every single one of them. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another show. For the first time ever, a company has been nominated for Buffoon of the Week, and that dubious distinction goes to Disney. The House of Mouse was widely derided last week over a tweet on the company's Disney Plus account that seemingly tried to claim ownership over the unofficial holiday May the 4th, which is a play on words for the popular quote, "May the Force be with you." Disney, who purchased the Star Wars franchise in 2011, asked fans to celebrate the saga by using the May the 4th hashtag, and quickly followed by claiming that by using that hashtag, users had legally consented to letting the eater of franchises use and share the content they posted. It's a trap! Naturally, a ragtag band of rebels on Twitter who long for the days of the original trilogy and their Kenner action figures, and who, let's face it, probably think that Disney destroyed the franchise anyway, responded with the anger of Darth Vader mixed with the sarcasm of Han Solo that Disney's attempt to claim ownership of a hashtag reeked of imperial treachery. Okay, no more Star Wars references. For now. Disney did backtrack from that tweet, but as things stand right now, no one quite knows how the Empire's gonna strike back. Okay, fine, that was the last one. Hey, don't forget that Buffoon of the Week is all over social media, so when you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, you follow us on the Twitters, and go on over to Instagram and like us there too. But the most important thing you have to do is remember to subscribe right here on YouTube. So now that you know who the nominees are and why they've been nominated, let's give you some help deciding which buffoon deserves your vote. Here's our trademark pending Sharpton scale of buffoonery. It measures the buffoonish nature of the nominee in comparison to the only known buffoon to have ever earned a perfect score, the Reverend Al Sharpton. And it also measures the buffoonish magnitude of the actions we discussed earlier with our custom unit of measurement, the Sharpton. As you can see, we take our buffoonery very, very seriously. Andy Beshear is not exactly a household name nationally, and in his relatively short time in office, there may be some policy disagreements that we can point to, but there's not really a lot of stupid gaffes, so his personal score will be relatively lower. His apology to Tupac Shakur also mitigates his faux pas somewhat, so that will lower the buffoonish magnitude of the action. That said, this mistake did get a lot of coverage, and it's more of a bless your heart moment than anything else. So we should thank Beshear for the little chuckle he gave us. He rates a personal score of 54, and his failure to name check gets 944 gigasharptons. Because Disney basically owns all of pop culture, it probably thought that it could bully fans with some legal mumbo-jumbo over a hashtag that it cannot possibly own itself. A little research revealed that bullying has kind of become Disney's MO, as we found stories of Disney strong-arming theaters into agreeing to unreasonably high revenue splits and even demanding which auditorium its films must be screened in. Fans rightly pushed back and made Disney back off a little bit, so good for them. Disney gets a personal score of 68, and their social media fail gets a score of 1.36 gigasharptons. Okay, we've had our fun, and now it's time to get down to business. You have 2 Buffoon nominees to choose from, but only one can win. Vote now and tell us who you got for Buffoon of the Week. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the whole video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And while you're at it, if you got a name for this awesome community that we're building right now, leave it in the comments. Maybe we'll pick it. See you all next week where we do it all again for Buffoon of the Week.